Let's react to this video, man. Come on.
Loved LilyTino started off as a beloved TikToker known for sharing her experiences as a trans person, but now her comment section is full of hatred and disgust from people who get annoyed her content, and it seems like there is no way she can recover her career from this. My name is Ryan, and today we'll be looking at what happened to LilyTino as the controversies piled up and how her life is ruined now. LilyTino first got everyone's attention with a post in 2022 announcing her transition from Contino to LilyContino, identifying herself as transgender. Her transformation immediately went viral, and people became highly interested in learning more about her personal life. Public interest reached a whole new level on October 10, 2023, when a person confronted her, misgendered her, and loudly called her out on camera inside her restaurant for being who she was.
You know I'm a TERF, right? Trans eccentric radical feminist.
Are you?
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards, because we've printed them for millions of small businesses over the past 20
A TERF.
I'm a TERF.
Wow.
Would you like me to
Are you a TERF?
I'm a TERF.
Wow.
Would you like me to move somewhere else? I'd
No, actually, you should tell me about being a TERF.
You're
Yes.
a boy, right? Don't fuck with me, because honestly,
Yo, she being disrespectful. I'm not even fucking.
I'd like to see you try.
Let a nigga be, bro.
then don't
That's
judge me for being a TERF. I get to be who I want to be, you get to be who you want to be, right? If that's what you want.
see, bro. This is what leads to social
I get to
anxiety.
be who I want to be.
Which is,
I'm not a witch.
you're not a witch.
You know what? Take your stupid
I thought he said witch is like witch. I didn't know. What?
This
What does she
video
mean?
immediately
What
went
does she mean
viral,
by
earning a
that?
staggering 17.4 million views,
I didn't
with
know
people
he
online
meant-
coming forward to show their support for her, saying, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that.
That's
And she
disrespectful.
should have been kicked out and never allowed to return. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry."
bro.
Eventually, after receiving all the support, she
Sorry,
began
guys, my chair is
identifying
broken
herself
because
as an
I've been playing
advocate for
Brawlhalla.
transgender.
I've been playing Brawlhalla, so I did this. I was really mad, and my fucking chair broke. So shit, if my fucking chair breaks all the way down, bro, I'm gonna have to sit on my bed. Yeah, bro.
Community, using her voice to highlight the realities of transgender life. She kept posting her usual content about being a trans person, but none of the videos got as many views as the restaurant incident, until she figured out the pattern and started posting more misgendering videos.
Thank you. Can you call me sir? Hey, I just want to tell you that the person who gave me this called me sir. Called me sir. It's just like, it kind of just hurts a lot.
Thank you so much. No, yeah.
Damn, bro. If I had to put like a gender on a note to give it to somebody, like, you know what I'm saying, bro? I don't know, bro. Like, me personally, bro, I'll have to sit. I might have to put like a. I'm not gonna talk about it.
Thank you. I'm not I feel like I need to tell him.
Soon, her content became popular, earning her a massive 438,000 followers on TikTok, but with this level of fame came a lot of scrutiny. And things took a turn for the worse when people realized that she was only posting the same type of restaurant or shop videos, all following the same pattern of showing how she got misgendered. One of her video caption, "Kicked out of the Hard Rock Cafe," implied that she was kicked out of the cafe for just being trans, while the actual scenario was that the manager wanted to move her to another table just because they have reservations.
Hi, I know you wanted to sit at this table, but we have reservations, so
Oh.
I'm going to have to move you to a smaller table.
Okay.
Are you having lunch with us today? Okay. So I can move you over here, then the server will get you started in a few minutes.
Viewers immediately caught on to the pattern and realized that Lily was rage baiting for views, with some commenting things like, "Bro, he found an infinite cloud generator," and "The world doesn't revolve around you." But instead of calming down, she was seen doubling down with her controversial content, now making provocative statements about Bible verses.
Really don't like that it put a Bible verse on my food without my consent. I don't want to eat John
3:16.
Wow.
which of course hurt the sentiments of many. However, the backlash only motivated her further to do
Hold up,
anything
chat.
for views.
I want to see if my OBS is working. If it's not, my actual. It's still working. Still working. Alright. Still
She
working. I
went
just
on
want
to
to make
make
sure.
another controversial claim, asserting that Kurt Cobain was transgender.
I bet you
Who the
didn't know
fuck
that
is that?
Kurt Cobain was probably trans. Kurt wore a lot of women's clothing. And when asked about this, they replied that they wore dresses all the time because they felt comfortable and free. And in an interview about their childhood, Kurt said that they mostly hung out around girls and that at one point they thought they might be gay.
LilyTino knew that making controversial claim about him would eventually trigger his fanbase, as more and more people would make videos about her, ultimately giving her greater reach
That's a
online.
badass.
She actually succeeded in this, as people online responded by making numerous videos calling her out for her false claims. But that was nothing compared to what she just claimed about Abraham Lincoln, one of the greatest presidents of the USA, while labeling him a queer.
Did you know that Abraham Lincoln was queer? Sure, he was married to a woman eventually, but he had 2 male partners before that. The first was Billy Green, a man that Lincoln met before he got into politics. Lincoln and Green shared a bed every night for 18 months.
No, you're
Introducing Origin Fresh Spray, fueled by the meat, organs, and bone and whole prey nutrition.
so bro, she's lying.
Life is more
Yeah,
legal
listen
than you
to-
think. Just ask these parents and
She's
business
fine.
owners. From setting up a will,
She doesn't know shit.
Just when
What
people
else?
thought LilyTino was done making controversial claims about celebrities, she released another video trying to prove a famous superhero was trans, upsetting Spider-Man fans as well.
Did you know that Spider-Gwen is probably trans? Our first piece of evidence comes from the most recent Spider-Verse movie, where above Gwen Stacy's bed, we see a Protect Trans Kids banner. Now, a lot of people have that banner. It doesn't mean she's trans for sure, but what about the trans flag under the police uniform? You could interpret this flag as a way for him to mark himself as an ally.
Although people began to realize that her repeated controversies were driven by clout chasing, she kept pushing the limits by uploading more polarizing content, including a video introducing a children's book about transgender experiences.
The truth is that my brother Bill, big reveal, is now my sister.
Although the idea of promoting it to children was heavily disliked by parents, as they said, leave kids alone. They are not old enough for this and you are practically forcing it down their throats. They are kids. When they grow up, if they want to learn about sexuality, it's up to them, not you. Lily took things to a whole new level when she was seen dressing like the popular kids content creator Mrs. Rachel, copying her outfit to convey her message to young children. This of course did not sit well with parents, leading to comments like disgusting to be aiming at children, and this is inappropriate for young kids, disgusting. But unfortunately,
A grown ass woman dressing up as fucking kids in a cartoon. My nigga. Holy shit.
Unfortunately, LilyTino wasn't even willing to acknowledge her mistakes and instead started mocking the parents in her videos simply because they pointed out her faults.
Not saying that there isn't a cosmetic difference between this croissant and this croissant, but they are both inarguably still croissants. Oh, but they're invading our bakeries and trying to brainwash our kids. But how? By teaching your kids there's more than one way to be a croissant? If anything, the existence of big and small croissants shows our kids how wonderful and diverse the world of pastries can be.
Despite the overwhelming backlash against her across social media, instead of taking a step back and apologizing, she seemed only to be prompted to come up with something even more controversial in response.
We see what is being said about us, that we are supposedly these are going into bathrooms to do unspeakable things to innocent people. Obviously, that's not true, but it doesn't matter because people who don't know any better believe it's true. And that means that every time we step foot in a woman's bathroom, there's fear. Fear that someone will attack us or accuse us.
But technically, this woman is a man, and if you're going to a woman's bathroom, I'm gonna shut up.
Something we didn't do.
All of these moments showed that she
I know what
refused to
I'm
take
talking about, but y'all, bro, I know nobody's been fucking watching this video, cause shit, bro, I only have 41 fucking subscribers, bro, but like, I just don't think I think a men should go in a men's bathroom, not fuck a women's bathroom. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Take responsibility for her actions. Because of this, people started saying things like, that guy is never getting his junk removed, he's a predator.
Hold up. What happened?
But she was seen doing something even more concerning.
When I walked in, there was this little girl, like 3 years old, tops. She was standing there alone, me and this little girl and no one else.
This even fueled the fire for many people, as they ended up calling her out for her creepiness, saying, prison as soon as possible for this creep, and let's start to block his account in every platform. That type of person should not be given any stage to perform. During this controversy about her not taking responsibility for her creepy behavior, she doubled down, posting
If my OBS working, just gotta check, bro.
videos where she talked about her body at a Disney restaurant full of kids and families.
Minus 24 hours until my cake pops are removed. When they remove the cake pops, there's the matter of the bag. The bag is going to stay because later on in potential other surgeries, the bag can be kind of helpful in making the, well, you know what. What am I going to do with the actual cake pops? I'm not sure if I get to keep them. I'm going to ask if I can keep them. Maybe I'll auction them off. Maybe I'll cast them in brass.
1 year of Uma Musume, Bourbon in the lead, Tannhäuser with a good start. On the outside, Yaina, Arden, Shiona O, and Kita-san Black. Satano Diamond closing in. McQueen and Tokai Teo not letting up. New racers enter the starting gate. It's go time!
First and foremost, huge fan, Mr. McAfee.
You know, it's McAfee, you know that?
Like the antivirus?
I'm gonna get banned from Disney. I swear, we're about to get banned from Disney. Last summer, I got my cake pops removed, and the plan up until recently was to get my marshmallow wand reconfigured into a marshmallow tunnel.
She even shared more explicit details about her body and surgery in other public places for views. Everyone knew it was intentional, so they started calling her out online. If she really wants to make informative videos, then make them private. This discussion is not a public one. Rage baiting is the new in thing for popularity. Gross. And it makes even Disney disgusting. Despite everyone thinking she would finally be banned from Disney, it turned out she wasn't. As she kept facing no real consequences for her actions, she kept getting bolder and bolder, and her next target was women. At Disney World, she entered a women's restroom, took multiple photos, and posted them online with the caption, "Literally women's bathroom at Disney World." This did not go over well at all, as she took these photos without the permission.
Literally rage bait, literally illegal, literally everything, bro. It's literally fucking crazy, bro. Do something,
the women who were in the background. This backfired badly, as at least 2 women said they were preparing to take legal action. One of them, a mother whose child appeared in the background of the photos, is reportedly working with an attorney, but instead who's has at least without the permission of the women who were in the background. This one attorney video, which only made the situation worse.
Those Disney bathroom selfies got y'all real upset, huh? Saying, oh, Lily, you can't take selfies in the bathroom. It's not appropriate. Well, let me remind you that literally every celebrity you've ever enjoyed on screen has at one point taken a bathroom selfie. For example,
it's
not just celebrity, any woman you ever...
You see how they're not taking a picture of everyone, though? Like, literally just minding their own business and taking a picture of themselves in the mirror. Like, themselves, not everybody in the background. In the fucking... Because you're a grown-ass man in a woman's bathroom. That's a whole different shit, bro. Like, they're taking a selfie in their own bathroom by themselves, not with other people in the background. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Has likely taken a photo in a public bathroom. Why, you ask? Because we look cute and we want to document it.
Things got really heated, and her video portraying herself as a celebrity did not go unnoticed by actual celebrities. J.K. Rowling came forward and strongly criticized her silly response, saying, "This man's bathroom photos are trophies. He wants women and girls in the background because it proves he's violating women's boundaries. Without actual females there as props, all he's got is a selfie of a scary-looking creep in mouse ears, which isn't remotely what he is after." However, instead of understanding her fault, this time she ended up targeting J.K. Rowling. It was with an online post posted on June 13th sharing a video titled, "When you grew up reading her books and now she's calling you a man" on Twitter, once again playing the misgendered victim card. Just 2 days later, on June 16th, she posted another video admitting that she still likes girls even after being trans, revealing her real agenda and sparking another controversy. This time, people could no longer hold back or ignore her content as they became visibly annoyed, saying, "Let's remind him who he really is. A pervert who caught a charge for stalking a woman, and when she rejected him, he crashed out, became LilyTino, and now wants to cosplay women to enrage the world. Also a PDF. And his name is Nicholas Contino, and he is cosplaying, not transitioning. He's 100% rage bait at this point. LilyTino is just a character he plays. I'm so glad one of the women he caught on camera in a Disney bathroom is looking for a lawyer to sue. Plus, both Disney and Florida have rules and laws against recording people in bathrooms, reasonable expectation of privacy in those spaces. They don't count as public per se in a court of law. But instead of listening to people's voices, she did the opposite, even mocking the mother online simply because the woman wanted to sue her for taking pictures without permission.
I am suing LilyTino for emotional distress. Last week, I was in Disney World in the women's bathroom with my child.
A grown man.
And when I walked into the bathroom, there was LilyTino taking pictures in the bathroom mirror. And she turned to me and said, "Hey, let me get your face in this picture." And I said, "No, thank you." But then she took the picture anyway of me and my kid, and I felt this really weird feeling. And I looked down at my kid, and my kid got turned into a corn dog.
Despite her attempt to gain sympathy from the trans community, all she received
So if you're a grown-ass woman, does not mean that a guy has to get behind you in order to make the baby. Like, I don't think that's gonna work, bro.
hatred, as creators from the community ended up calling her out loudly online, saying Lily absolutely contributes to giving trans people a bad name, and I'm so happy to see members of our community self-regulating by calling her out ourselves so that we can show the rest of the world that we do not condone this type of behavior. And this Lily is making a mockery of the trans community. I take offense to this person's behavior. Genuine trans people like myself should feel the same as me. No wonder lots of society thinks we're crazy. As a result, hate poured in, and on June 7th, 2025, people started a petition to ban her from TikTok, with almost 560,000 people signing to have her content removed. Still stuck in her delusions, she even
Don't just take classes, take charge. Start your comeback today at PurdueGlobal.edu.
Yeah, I'm fat, but
Do you support Israel and the Jewish people? Now, more than ever, Israel needs committed friends around
no.
responded with a video.
Wait, that's disrespectful. I thought it. Because people on TikTok make it seem like it's weird to support Israel. I should have never said anything, bro.
Saying she hadn't violated community guidelines, showing no sign of guilt.
There's also talk of me getting sued for my bathroom pictures at Disney. As far as I know, I'm not getting sued, and I don't expect to, because I didn't do anything wrong. Then there's the petition. Yes, 500,000 people, or whatever number it is.
Do you think they should add Google to PlayStation 5 and Xbox? Like, imagine you just go to the app section, and you just use Google. I always wanted that feature, bro. That'd be cool. Instead of Xbox having to use Microsoft Bing, who the flippy Bing is using that? But yeah, off topic, bro.
Signed a petition to get me off of TikTok. But that doesn't mean it's going to do anything. If word of this petition ends up on someone at TikTok's desk, what they'll do is say, did Lily violate our terms of service? The answer is no, so they will not ban.
But since the public criticism wasn't enough to stop her, this time, LilyTino got hit exactly where it hurt the most, as famous American commentator Benny Johnson posted the following. Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer is investigating trans TikTok influencer LilyTino for filming in women's bathrooms at Disney, faces 5 years in prison and a $5,000 fine under Criminal Code Section 810.145.
Is there anything happening from a state level on this topic?
Yeah, we're investigating this. We do not tolerate men or boys in women's and girls' restrooms, gyms, private spaces.
In the man's
tolerance.
bathroom, nigga.
We're investigating this one. We've already cracked down on some gyms in South Florida. They were allowing people that identify as women to go into women's locker rooms. We put them on notice that legal action was coming. Thankfully, they changed their ways.
Despite facing serious legal trouble, she still had the opportunity to apologize publicly and make things right. Of course, she refused to do so, showing no guilt at all.
Would you like the opportunity to publicly apologize or take accountability for any of your actions or to anyone you've negatively impacted?
I'm gonna pass on this.
Eventually, the situation became too overwhelming for her, and she posted a video announcing that she would be leaving TikTok temporarily.
I'm hurt. I am deeply hurt because of the amount of hate that I've gotten over the past 3 years doing this. So to that end, I'm gonna take a break.
The entire internet started celebrating her departure as they could no longer tolerate her content and felt a sense of relief, saying noted bathroom pervert LilyTino has decided to step away from social media now that he's being both sued by women. Good riddance. I hope he gets hit with a substantial judgment and goes to jail. He's disgusting. Disneyland needs to ban him too. However, her departure turned out to be short-lived, as on October 10th, 2020, she returned to TikTok after just 2 months of inactivity.
What's up? Long time no see. The last time you saw me,
I was talking about taking a break, and I did take a break, and now I'm back.
But instead of acknowledging her faults and admitting them publicly, in her return speech, all she did was talk about how she felt, completely ignoring the mess she had created.
that I've been leading with anger, specifically that I don't want to lead with anger. I think it's really easy trap to fall into to let anger be the fuel, because there's a lot of anger to go around, especially being a trans person in this day and age.
This didn't sit well with anyone, as another celebrity, Jeffrey,
Don't you have to go to surgery in order for you to be trans? Or am I fucking tripping?
star, came online and called her out on a podcast.
So this new age of weirdos and trying to pretend they're trans or pretend they're this and harm women and children, that's my issue. So there is.
Bro, I'm gonna lie, bro. She look like a fish. Like, no joke. Whatever the fuck that's nigga.
Piece of named LilyTino, who is pretending to be trans and recently went into the women's restroom at Disneyland. Disneyland's for children. Yes, there's adults that like Disney. We know that. And the camera's rolling. I'm sorry, there's a 7-year-old that just walked behind you. Why the fuck are you in a little training bra and lipstick, clearly with a man's voice, in the women's restroom filming? Rage bait, attention, these things did not exist months ago.
Even after all the criticism and hatred, LilyTino didn't seem to pause for a moment or realize where things went wrong, as she was seen firing back at Jeffrey just because he pointed out her mistakes.
I took those photos with a very clear goal in mind, which was to show a non-passing trans woman existing peacefully in a bathroom. There are a lot of opinions out there, especially from people like Jeffrey, that we're faking it, that we are, just in bathrooms to cause trouble and hurt women and children, and none of that's true. It's ridiculous.
But Lily seemed to thrive on controversy, as she was later seen making another provocative statement in her videos, explaining why trans women should be allowed in women's sports.
After all, we do have the biological advantage. It's not like athleticism is determined by anything other than what's between your legs. But if that's true, it means that some trans women are great athletes, but some are flat out bad, just like cis women. And trans women lose at sports all the time, but that doesn't get reported on. And the very small number of trans women who do compete do it for the love of the game, not because they need attention.
I don't think women sound like that.
This eventually sparked an even bigger controversy, as many women and feminists found her claims wrong and confronted her online, saying, "So you're saying men are better at sports? And I am a woman, not anything cis. Just because you want to take the name woman for yourself does not mean you get to rename biological women. You call yourself a trans woman. We are just women. You expect everyone to call you what you consider correct. So the same for us. We are women, you are trans. All these events made people tired of her, and they ended up canceling her socially, no longer falling for her rage bait tactics, which ended up affecting people's lives badly as they ended up showing their frustration online, posting, "LilyTino annoys me to death." Every time I see a post by or about LilyTino, it annoys me. I think the misgendering is on purpose. I think the offense taken is extreme. The most recent example is the bread tower at Disney. Why give a bread and say you don't say safe over someone calling you serve once? I've been called that before and I laughed. And as of today, she is struggling badly to gain even hundreds of followers each day, since in December 2025, she gained only 400 followers across her entire account. However, although LilyTino is still active, using her TikTok to repost controversial content, her journey from trans activist to being labeled one of the worst TikTokers serves as a reminder of how clout chasing can ultimately damage both fame and reputation.
Oh, that's the same person.
If you
Wow,
like
you
this
look like a
video, you'll
cornball.
probably enjoy these next ones as well, and don't forget to subscribe.
Nice, Ryan. Nice. I know nobody's gonna watch my video, but it doesn't even matter who's watching, bro. It's a W video. But man, see y'all guys in the next one, I guess. Yeah. Also, I haven't been live for like 3 months or something like that, because first of all, I didn't need to go live on my computer because my PlayStation is fixed, my PlayStation 5. And second of all, it's more fun when I'm live with my brother. So like when I'm not live with my brother, it's kind of like, it's still fun, but it's kind of like mediocre. And then third of all, why would I stream on my computer when I could play on my PlayStation 5? And plus, I can't just play Roblox all day. I'm not fucking a kindergartner. Whatever the fuck. Bro, like, I don't know how to stream on my PlayStation. Nobody's gonna watch this video. I don't know why I'm epic, but what? Yeah. Yeah, that's why. See y'all in the next one, chat.